I give you the example of three types of apple. One is the rotten apple, which is 60 rupees per kg. Second is the medium class apple, which is 150 rupees per kg. And third is the fresh apples, which are normally imported from different countries. So like to ask you in the chat box, please give 1, 2, and 3. Which one you will choose if you are given the option? Anybody who can suggest 3? 3. Archana madam has told 3. Chandrasekhar has also suggested 3. And Mr. Chandrasekhar is writing use. What is use? I could not know. 1, 2, 3 are mentioned here. Saeed Najir also has given an option of 3. It depends upon the use. Very good. Chandrasekhar, which you are telling. It's a very good thing. Oh, I like to request Vinay sir, who is the IOV head, give a session, a small talk and for blessing of this. Vinay sir, please.
Namaskar, sir. And namaskar to all,
Namaste, sir.
sir. Namaskar. Thank you, Ashutosh ji. And today's session is unique in its manner. And it shows the willingness or the how the IOV goes ahead to create capacities as far as our members or even non-members are concerned. And we believe that expertise and the competencies have to be created, upgraded, and met with the present day requirements, and at the same time, futuristic also. Today's session on ESG, a few questions came to me directly when I posted what is an ESG valuer. So I think in detail, Ashutosh ji would be discussing this, but in a very simple terms, I can explain what to the best of my knowledge that environmental, social, and governance. These three factors are now fast picking up as far as the governmental, statutory, and even normal evaluation is concerned. So for that matter, the matrix of understanding, understanding the matrix of evaluating any asset, any kind of asset in terms of ESG, which can eventually becomes a factorized part of the total valuation scheme, as well as an independent evaluation matrix. Recently, I give you an example. I visited one place. There was one resort. I went there for vacation, and I found out that that resort. I discussed with them how they are running and what is the sustainability criteria. So I got a very good example. However, the place was environmentally very friendly, but at the same time, they have created this resort in a very natural manner where they have used and they did not cut any trees in the premises. They said that we have retained, and it looked like that also, that they have retained the trees and yet they have created a beautiful resort. And and then the social, I'm talking about the, if I talk about the environmental, well. It is situated in such a condition that environmentally it is very good. But at the same time, it is not adding any man-made polluting or pollutants or man-made this thing to the environment. To the extent even they are very conscious about the noise being created, and organic materials are used in their eateries or in other this thing. And then socially, what they have done is that they have employed 100%, they have given 100% employment to the local persons. They have trained themselves in the services sector, and if I can say, they match any other big hotel groups, the services or the courtesy, or I would say hospitalization levels. And of course, governance, these two or other management services cannot be completed without the governance. So, in what I gathered and I discussed, and in the presence of trees, the carbon emission, and I asked them a few questions like how you are treating your sewage treatment. So I came to know that they are already have STPs, or the sewage treatment plants there, and they have used the water coming across, because it is an hilly area, so they have used the streams for the benefit of the general upliftment of that resort. So when I asked them few questions, how they are doing, and even they have used solar panels also for their general lighting, and STP waters are being used for gardening and other purposes. So you see, if and they are getting their managerial uh, they are getting their managerial conditions audited, in fact. And it's not like in urban areas, but they are getting their managerial conditions, or the for the purpose of governance, they are already getting it audited by an external agency. And I met that person also, who has come from all the way from Hyderabad to assess and audit their general conditions. So you see that, and their pricing is quite high, like room rent. If I compare with any other in similar conditions, so I can say that they are almost like charging maybe double the price. But at the same time, while staying there, I came to the conclusion that my idea of staying is was not bad, and I could not like I wanted to overstay, because I have got only 2 nights stay. So I wanted to stay further. So they denied me that, and saying that their resort is yeah, like 100% efficient, 100% their efficiency is there, and it is almost throughout the year. So there are no peaks or downs. We you don't normally don't get. So what I want to say is that evaluation in terms of ESG, how it becomes important. And in coming days, rest Ashutosh ji would be explaining in technically, and other factors, like he's giving a very good example of apples. I think all here are valuers, I assume. So they would understand, okay, what is the meaning of this example. And the very good answer came is key, it depends upon the use, definitely. But at the same time, what I would like to eat as apple, because I eat apple, so I would like to eat that apple at number three, not number one, or not number two. So this depends upon my pocket also, and my consumption quality, and rest many other things. But the valuation of apple at number three goes higher, as it is fresh and other factors are there. So, with this, I would like to conclude my small address to this gathering. And this is a new course we have designed, and we are going ahead with very soon it will be launched. and it will give the benefit to the fraternity as well as others also. And we are expecting lot from other sides, like not non-valuers also. They may be joining our courses. People have shown a real good interest, and this is a new area. And we have been discussing this with Mr. Ashutosh for almost like 6-7 months, and each and very care it has been designed in a very careful manner so that it benefits in the terms that as existing values they come across, or they can use these ESG as a factor in their valuation report. But not only that, they have a niche in the evaluation of ESG, which is fast picking up. Statutory, Ashutosh ji would be telling. But in addition, I can say IOV and IOVRVF. We have been continuously working on designing new courses and new areas or new avenues where the persons who are attached with, they get maximum benefit of their expertise. That is the basic idea as an institution. So, thanks for bearing with me, and I would not like further to disrupt this very beautiful session Ashutosh ji is going to take. So, thank you, Ashutosh ji, and thank you others, and wish all a wish this program be a eye opener, or I would say to get into the futuristic avenue. So,
Thank
I
you
wish
very much,
them
sir.
the same success.
Thank you very much, sir, Vinay sir. I am highly obliged that you have given me the platform to address here, and with my friends here who are participating, I will definitely, we are going to a big time. And sir, just for your information also, I have added till 28th March 2025 all circulars, all details which are there. So some of them are mandatory performances, and some of them are voluntarily, sir. So the second apple what I have made is for compliances which are mandatory, and if we go up to mandatory, then also it is good. And if you go beyond that also, voluntary disclosure. So I have made a 300 rupees kg apple also.
So,
So
sir, just intervening, being an architect and a valuer and heading these organizations, I can say one thing that, like, just a very, I gave I think, quite an apt, example of that resort. But at the same time, in normal this thing, if you go to buy a property, as a layman, you would always look for at least number two apple.
yes,
At least, I
yes,
would say,
that was
depending
my
upon my
intention.
pocket. Sir, I told that this is as per my availability of money in my pocket. And
Yes,
that this goes for anything for that purpose. So thank you, sir. Thank you. Please carry on.
thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your blessings also. So now we are going to continue again, as different examples received to me about 1, 2, and 3. I think nobody has taken one, although it is 60 rupees per kg, but nobody is willing to take one. So this is the cases with infrastructure, building, like non-hygienic buildings, which are not having the rain properly, or water properly. If you can take example of Bangalore, there a lot of the groundwater has depleted, and many multi-storied buildings are having problems for getting water. So it is like that. If you are not having the amenities with all those things, then we cannot go to purchase a 40 lakhs and 100 lakhs building. We are just talking about the apple, which is within 300 rupees per kg and 150 per kg. We don't compromise our health with the bad apple, because bad apple is bad, even though whatever. So we will try to take at least number two, if not number three. So similar is the case for ESG, that Apple number two is the mandatory performance. So these are the mandatory guidelines are being issued by different government, and on top of the above, all United Nations is giving very particular issues, and in every year, all over the world, the state heads meet. So the state heads meet there, any place chosen for that. So they all gather, like Indian Prime Minister goes, US President goes, France President goes, like this. Whoever is the state head, they all collect at a place once in a year, probably by October or November month, and they do the commitments what is going to be done by their country. So if we take a small example of this apples, now I think you might be understanding what is the ESG, environmental social governance. Now, before I start, I will give you few case studies. You might be knowing about the Nestle who faced a lot of criticism, and investigation is started because of their baby food sugar. The content of sugar level was so high that it was not good for the babies to consume it. But what these Nestle people do, they sold those food packages to the low and middle income group of the countries only. So they were in the mind that these will not be highlighted. And if they go for high income countries, then it will be highlighted. So this was the problem. And when it was uh, opened to all, then it came to know a lot of criticism. This is one example of Nestle with high sugar. Now coming to the Maggie, uh, that Nestle also owned that Maggie noodles. It was also having a high sodium content. So this was also very much criticized, and I think within last 10 years only it has happened, where all Maggie's noodles, everything were uh, banned in India also. Now coming another example of the second example of Volkswagen. This is a car, and they are sold at a very high price also. If you know about different cars are here, Jetta, Bentley, Golf, Passat, all these were prepared by the Volkswagen. Then these vehicles did not comply the EPA of modifying software in 3-liter diesel engine. EPA is the Environmental Protection Agency of United States. So they had to withdraw many of the cars which were already sold. And due to their non-efficiency and the carbon dioxide removal, what they claimed, uh, that was made a lot of criticism. And firstly, they were not agreeing to it that they have done any cheating. But later on their own investigation, when it came, they told that 36,000 of the cars proceeds year, they are only affected, not all. Anyway, whatever was the matter, but this Volkswagen car, now if you go to purchase a Volkswagen car, it will definitely come to your mind that once they have cheated, they might not be cheating the next. So the sales of the car also goes down. Now, Bornvita, I am telling you another example. You might be notice that Bornvita for when I was also young, and now I am 62 years age. When I was also young, then it used to give an advertisement that healthy drink is Bornvita. So now when it was inspected and checked that again this also uh, had a high content of sugar and it was not recommended for health drink. So now Bornvita is still coming, but not with the label of health drink. Now some other examples I will talk in very short. Nike was accused of employing children and paying workers less than minimum wages. It was in 1990s. So this comes the social part, social of the environmental social governance. When you are employing small kids and paying less, so this comes under social part. BP oil rig also, it had a problem in 2010. Then coming to Nestle, I have already mentioned. Metal recalled 96 9 lakh 67,000 products due to lead paint. Lead is very harmful. Now, flooding of Thailand resulted in disruption of automotive and technology. These are some examples what I have taken from some place and I'm just quoting to you. Volkswagen, I just discussed. Florida State University fraternity pledge suspended the then like this many are the examples which we found and they were not following the proper uh, so now ESG comes to picture. Now again I am going to give you a negative image first before giving a positive highlights. Whenever you go for ESG valuation. So you have to check this that is there any greenwashing there? Now, what is greenwashing? Like just I gave you example of Volkswagen. So that says that our emissions are very less, and they have given some certain criterias that how they are less. And while checking those, it was found that they had claimed a false policy. So this type of is example of greenwashing. So greenwashing, there has a green crowding also. So whenever a crowd means if in a big flow of something, they used to take our those types of articles and it goes in that form. No maximum check like or design check or anything made. So it goes in a fleet of the persons where all are going. Roam like cattle like. So this is a green crowding. Then is the green hushing. Green hushing happens when companies underreport their sustainability performance. By doing so, the brands hope to reduce the chances of being scrutinized by investors, thereby increasing the valuation. So this is called green hushing. While we will be going more in depth, you will come to know that why I am talking about the greenwashing. Green shifting refers to the act of shifting the blame, that I blame you, you blame somebody else, and third person, fourth person, it goes on. And nobody is there to take the responsibility that what is correct and what is not correct. So more sustainable and reduce its footprint rather than having to take action at the corporate level. So we must check there while going for the valuation and auditing that these 6 points, whatever is here, they should not be being done in that organization. Then green labeling. Green labeling describes the market practice that implies the product is green, but like you give a big green label and see, and this has been calibrated by such and such organization, some reputed organization, maybe like BIS, CII, or SOCHM, like that. They get certificate from there that this is a green product, but it is not green. Green rinsing. Green rinsing happens when the company constantly changes its ESG target right before they are achieved. Companies may also change the parameters and deadlines of the previously set out ESG goals in order to evade the scrutiny. So, supposing one company decides that they are going to reduce their carbon dioxide emission by 2 million tons of carbon dioxide equivalents by 2030. Now, when they came to 2029 or 2028, they realized that we have given a very high standard. So, and we are not able to do that. So, in 2028 or 2029, they say now we will go for only 500,000 by 20. So, this type of thing should not happen. They should have a realistic approach, and how to achieve that should be done. I will suggest you all that two types of things are being done: validation and verification. So these are the two important factors as valuers you will be going to check. क्या आगे बढ़ेंगे क्या? Green lighting. Green lighting refers to the advertisement that highlights the green aspects, no matter how small, to reduce the exposure to the other not so sustainable part of the company's operation. So, supposing a thing is being given and that product does not comply all those standards, then and advertising it in a very high way that see these are the features, these are the things in this mobile phone is there. The persons are dancing in advertisements. So dancing doesn't give that mobile is very good. But since an actor is dancing or a top dancing with that, the people purchase on base of that actor only. But where is the standards of mobile? Similar is the what I see in the car also. They are saying or showing all those things which are not related to car standard, but they are advertising with taking a very big actors and all to get those. Now I am coming to the main part. This I have all discussed what happens and how it happens. Now we come in the main part of the environmental, social, and governance. So we will be having a if Vinay sir will permit after this, we will have one classes for environmental, social, and governance, which is like first is the introduction, then the history of ESG in India, history of ESG in the world, And development of COP21 and COP26. Last year it happened, COP29. So this year it has to be COP30. Now I will specify again on these COPs. COP21 is like COP1, 2, it is being done. So still COP20, nothing is also any important for you. We will be coming from COP21. So what happened in COP21? It was held in 2015 at Paris. So I will discuss about the COP21. Before that, there were a lot of decisions and everything was made. But those are not so important. That's why I'm leaving those. If you wish, I will send it to IOV official. You may take and get the idea of COP1 to COP20. Coming to COP21, it was held in 2015 at Paris, and two major decisions were taken. So one was the major commitment made was to keep the world temperature, global temperature within 2.0, higher than pre-industrial period. And in any case, they should be preferably below 1.5 degrees centigrade from pre-industrial period. Actually, what happened? Why I tell you the background of this. During 1900 century, 1900, there was no industrialization because industrialization you must be knowing about that all our industrialization are based on electric source of energy. So Thomas Alva Edison, you might be remembering, he invented DC current roughly around 1900. And at the same time, Tesla was the founder of alternating current. So there is a big difference between the direct current and AC current, and that we can discuss later on also. But after this discovery of electricity or invention of electricity, very fast it started growing to industrialization. So this was in around 1900 century. Roughly the temperature was average global temperature was around 15 degrees centigrade. So it was told that we should not be more than 2 degrees centigrade in the 2100. Like we are running today in 2025. So after 75 years, that comes to 2100. Till that time, we should not increase our global temperature by 2.0. And last year, you know how much we have already reached from pre-industrialization. We have already reached 1.55 degrees centigrade. And a lot of ill effects are going to happen if the temperature goes on rising like this. Few experts have suggested that by 2050 we will reach 2 degrees centigrade if we are not stopped at this level. So last year, no, just I tell you, sorry. In COP21, I told you the first thing was that in any case, the temperature in 2100 should not increase 2 degrees, and preferably we should restrict them up to 1.5 degrees centigrade. This was the one commitment. Second commitment, what was made there was that there should be a $100 billion bank reserve kept for climate change, and this should be given to the small developing countries who are not able to uh, cope up with the climate temperature due to the reason that they are using electricity through coal or any other thing. So, specifically with coal, I just tell you. So it was there that we should not increase the temperature and we should give the funds to those countries, developing countries. So this was the decision made. Now in COP26, why I am just after COP21, I'm jumping to COP26 because in COP26, very major decisions were made. And all the nation, yes, COP26 was held in 2022 at Glasgow. You might be knowing the name of the city, it was the Glasgow. So in COP26, there was the commitments made by different countries. In fact, nobody can impose the condition to any country by one country or second country. So they were given the options that please you suggest your commitments. So every country gave its commitment. And our Prime Minister was Mr. Narendra Modi was there, and he gave 5 commitments. So these are the 5 commitments he named as Panchamrit. So first thing, that reach non-fossil energy capacity to 500 gigawatt by 2030. We are running in 2025, and this commitment is being made for 2030. Here I will request you all, sirs, here I will request you to all, sir, that what we are today gathered for what thing, we should see these commitments, and then I will tell you where is the scope for us. So first commitment was made that reach non-fossil energy capacity by to 500 gigawatts by 2030. Second was fulfill 50% energy requirement via renewable energy by 2030. Third was reduce 1 billion metric ton of carbon emission by 2030. Reduce carbon intensity up to 45% of 2005 by 2030. Achieve the target of net zero by 2070. So this is the very important uh, which I will like to request you all to try to understand. Now coming to 500 gigawatt by 2030 means we will be developing lot of solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, all type of renewable energy, maybe biogas plants, green hydrogens. So these are all being to be done by 2030. Now here comes the role of valuers, engineers, architects, These all things because everything is needed to be audited, valued, and without your approval, it will not happen. And this is going to be our next target. By next year, I think 2026, a huge vacancy is going to happen for evaluating these things. Already it is in process. I'll come to you downside, but I'm telling you all that try to get organized, prepared, and updated with the latest technologies and knowledge, which I will be sharing you in other slides and with help of IOV, who has given me the opportunity. I will like that you all become the leader for these auditing and valuation. So, second is the fulfillment of 50% energy requirement by renewable energy. So, we are going to do and reduce 1 billion metric ton of carbon dioxide emissions by 2030. Again, how are we going to reduce the emissions, carbon emissions? This is the place where we want to impose environment. Like if we talk about environment, in that there are sub clauses are there, sub parameters are there, like air quality index, water uh, uh, water efficiency and efficiency and conservation. So then comes waste management. Then comes biodiversity, which includes flora and fauna, and that will include sanitation and hygiene also. So these all have to be converted into carbon dioxide emissions. As the example I gave you about rotten apple, mid apple, and high class apple. Now there will be the role when you are going to evaluate a residential building, commercial building, maybe any type of infrastructure. You have to find out there that what are the things we are going to comply, whether we are complying the air quality standards, whether we are going to comply the water standards. So these all things and how you are going to convert it to carbon dioxide equivalent, because Prime Minister is not going to do all these five commitments. It will come down the line, and I will show you. SEBI has also acted. BRSR has been introduced. And 1,000 top companies are going to have a mandate. Some of them will be mandatory provisions for them, and some of them will be having a voluntary performance for them. So how much they're going to achieve, this all will be coming in after some slides. So I wanted you also to first see these five commitments. These are very important commitments. And here only our work will start. And once you give a quality idea that, sir, if you just recycle and reuse these water, like just I give you the example, in our house, whatever water comes, uh, some water go to our toilet, which is flushed out through cistern. So that water is called as black water. So that is highly contaminated and susceptible, and it should not be used. So that goes out in a one pipeline. Now, rest of the water where it in our house, we are having the water for drinking, for cooking, and for bathroom purposes, for washing, bathing, and all those things. So this is the main check where we can control the water. Only the gray water, black water need to go in the sewer line. Rest all the water should be used, recycled and reused. Reuse means not for drinking purposes, but we are doing many other things also from that, like washing our society or our home or whatever, like cleaning our car and any other thing. Cutting vegetables also, it has got two sources. One is the cleaning of by water, and second, the waste generated by the vegetables. So waste generated by vegetables can also be used, and that can be converted into biogas, and the water can be reused by through what Vinay just gave an example of a place with STP was provided there. So it can be water recycling process or sewage treatment plant. And that can be reused on all these. In the what I have told about the kitchen waste, all those materials which come out of the with different vegetables, which are the waste. So coming to the waste, it can be used, reused. So these are the small things which can improve the your energy and waste management and all. These are the different parts. Like one more example I'll give you about the fans. The fan is normally 70 watt, but BLDC fans are there which are 28 watt. So talking about the wattage is very small, but when we go for a complete housing society or build last commercial buildings and all, this difference is a very huge. We can take it in the next some other class. Now I'm coming to the SEBI guidelines. I think you must be all knowing well about the Security and Exchange Board of India, SEBI. It is the apex body. So that SEBI had issued one circular on 10th May 2021. And what were the guidelines? Earlier it was 2015. Yes, yes. In that para 2, if you see, once it was issued by 2015. So only from 2015 that you up now you are made connected that in 2015 the Paris Agreement was done in COP 21. So right after that we have started working on those issues. So in clause 2 you can see SEBI wide circular number so and so dated November 4, 2015 has prescribed the format for BRR, which is now called as BRSR, in respect of reporting on ESG, environment, social governance parameter by listed entities. So this work we already started in 2015, and now this circular came in 2021. And after that, it started boosting everything. So I am just giving you the glimpse of these circulars. It was May 2021. And then again, one circular was issued on 12th July 2023, giving the details of that what ESG are. We are advisory committee and pursuant to the public consultation. All this BRSR was introduced in this one. So this is the 2023 guideline. Now, after that, immediately in 2025 March, again one guideline has come, which SEBI has issued, and you must go with all these guidelines. And remember, my friends, these are not sorry for interruption. So these are the developments done by SEBI. Now, carbon credit and trading scheme has come. So this has got the two part, what I was just telling, mandatory and other form. So here is compliance and offsets. So these are carbon credit trading scheme which are being done. And these are some other guidelines. Now there are 17 sustainable development goals from 1 to 17. So these are being complied by environment, social, and governance. What are the mandatory SDGs? It is mentioned over here. ESG rating. How can we rate and how can we report? This also will be taking this carbon emissions impact. Now coming to the environmental issues, how we will calculate the greenhouse gases, how we are going to uh, measure green carbon emissions and climate impact. These are given here. Energy use and efficiency. These are the key performing indices which we will be taking during our valuation and auditing. So coming to waste management, again the KPI for total water use, water efficiency, water recycling, similarly waste reduction and recycling, and land area use and biodiversity. These all will be coming in the KPIs. Till this was the environment, now coming to social. Employee turnover rate, employee satisfaction, training and development, gender representation, pay equity, workforce diversity, community investment, local hiring practices, stakeholder engagements. These all are coming under the social head. That comes injury rate, safety training completion, occupational health monitoring. These all will be affecting us, and we have to take care of all these. Then comes the governance part, where the board independence should be there, KPI, ESG oversight, board diversity, ESG linked compensation, CEO pay ratio, performance-based incentives, code of conduct training, anti-corruption cases, whistleblower reporting system use, and we will be taking all these things also in those classes whenever it will help. So first is the guidelines issued by SEBI. Second is the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Guidelines issued by MNRE, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and guidelines issued by Ministry of Power, guidelines issued by Labor and Employment, guidelines issued by BEE, ECBC, and other sectors. So we will be considering all these things. These are the different types of standards which are being adopted by different countries. GRI is there. Come after this also. उसका एक और है. हाँ. This is the GRI system, Global Rating Index, SASB, Sustainability Accounting and Standards Board, CRD, CSRD, CDP, TCFD, BRSR. India is following BRSR. And in this BRSR, we are amalgamating all others also, like GRI, whatever the goody things are there in GRI, what is in the CDP, whatever is the TCFD. So we are amalgamated and we have made our BRSR. So SEBI is following BRSR. We can go and learn about BRSR. After that, if you feel like, you can go all these also. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir and madam. And for any questions,
Yeah, so thank you all the members. Thank you, Ashutosh sir, for the session.
welcome, sir. So anybody wants to ask any questions, sir?
Yeah, I'll check, suggest.
I must tell you that this is the first time in India which we are going to take these types of classes. Everybody is following. We are seeing the circulars and notification, but this will be going to boost in a very big way within 1 year. So you all are requested, as much as you can understand this and become the key member and the key evaluer you are. And by preparing this within next, I think, 2 to 3 months, whenever the sir will order, tell to me, we can become the lead organization. We can become the lead organization all over India, and it may go up to the world around. Why I am telling this? Because none of the places I have seen where these all standards and what we have just discussed are going to take part. So we all will be the first people to follow all these guidelines. So anything, Mohit sir?
Yeah, there's no more questions, sir.
Okay, sir.
So thank you all the members. So we share all the details to all the members on your registered email regarding this course. And Ashutosh
These
sir,
are
the PPT with me, then I'll share with all the participants.
okay, sir.
Yeah.
In-
So once again, thank you all the members. Thank you, Ashutosh sir, for the session.
एक मिनट, just sir, 1 minute, sir.
Please, sir, please.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for the exposure. Please let me know AMY any specific qualifications required. No specific qualification is required for that, because you are going to assist and evaluate those organizations or companies to fit in the standard of BRSR. So your place is very important, because the companies are not having those skills and ideas how to go for BRSR, how to go for recommendation. So you need only IOV's permission, and rest we will see. Don't worry for that. We should go forward, and we could become the first persons, first auditors, first valuers for that. And after that, it is a very speedily changing the one by. I just showed you the circular. See how fast they are developing. And it is not only that. Again, it may be possible that after 5 days, if I come to other class, that time and some other circular might have come. It's very fast going. I have gone up to 28th March 2025. I've showed you all the circles. So be prepared. First, you understand. Once you understand, then only you can participate. Supposing BRSR says, no, we need an auditor for trade. Oh, sorry. I just forgot to tell you also. There is a green credit and carbon credit trading scheme also. And green credit and carbon credit trading scheme are the two factors where already they have told that you need auditors for that. So you will be getting training and everything there. But you should be prepared beforehand. And in that very case, IOV is the only platform in India which is giving you all these standards and updating you all. So what I mean to say that for green credit, carbon credit, this BRSR, you just be in touch with IOV, and whatever the IOV will suggest, we can do further some courses also. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Ashutosh sir,
Any
it's one
standard?
question from Nilesh sir.
Sir?
Yeah. Sir, can you brief how it will be implemented in one building project as a valuer or auditor?
When you are going for a building, you will be seeing air quality index, AQI. Under AQI, it comes two parts. One is the gaseous form and second is the particulate matter form. So the particulate matter, what we say is PM 2.5 and PM 10. So this is the way for air quality and water also you have to go. And if sometime other time if the IOV will suggest, we will go for details of all these also. This is the only glimpse I have given you all. We can go on a long topic discussion, and I will like that all should be unmuted that time. And whatever the questions is there you ask, I will be there to respond also. Any standard procedure for ESG valuation? Chaitanya Murthy has told, asked. So BRSR, you go through BRSR. You will find those things. Then other is one GRI is also there. That also, whatever the question, Archana Panwar has given, how to manage them. You are there to manage them. And you will be getting lakhs and lakhs of payment from them. So ultimately, that's why I'm very interested and I am thankful to Vinay sir who has given me this opportunity. So whatever the circular has come just 2 days, 3 days back, I am just promoting it. Why I am telling all things to you? You are going to manage and you are going to earn in lakhs. I don't